This course will introduce you to basic risk principles of the merchant services industry. Each processor uses their own underwriting criteria when considering new merchant accounts. Underwriting guidelines are based on card brand restrictions, advanced knowledge of the industry, as well as sponsor bank and processor criteria. A merchant account is in essence a line of credit. Transactions aren't generally reimbursed by the payment card issuer until 30 days after the transaction occurred. The parties underwriting the account are financially liable for the account, so due diligence is required. Risk doesn't end when the account has made it through a processor's underwriting department. Risk spans the life of the account, so while it starts with the initial credit underwriting decision, a processor monitors risk on a daily basis, reviewing things like average ticket size, monthly volume, and changes in a merchant's processing. There are a number of variables that go into determining the risk of a merchant account. The merchant's industry and business model play a large factor in risk, as history has shown us which industries tend to be higher risk. Underwriting requires a careful review of a merchant's business longevity and financial stability. A merchant's processing history is also considered in the credit underwriting process. The electronic payment industry has ample historical data to understand which processing habits and industry types tend to carry the highest amount of risk. We know that card-present transactions that occur in a face-to-face environment are the least risky, while internet and e-commerce transactions are generally the most risky. Restaurants yield the lowest amount of financial liability per year across the industry, while travel-related merchants tend to have a high chargeback percentage and ongoing risk concerns. There are certain business models that a sales agent should be extra cautious with. Processors classify these as restricted and prohibited. A prohibited merchant is one that a processor will not underwrite. Generally, these accounts put the payment card brand's sponsor bank or the processor at risk financially or can create reputation and brand risk. This list of pivotal payments prohibited merchants should be used as a guideline and not as an all-inclusive list. Businesses that would be classified under any of these business models would be merchant accounts that Pivotal Payments is unwilling to underwrite and carry the risk for. Businesses that would be classified under any of these business models would be merchant accounts that Pivotal Payments is willing to underwrite. Restricted merchant accounts generally require more time in the application underwriting process and may require additional documentation such as business financials. As a reminder, this list of Pivotal Payments restricted merchants should be used as a guideline and not as an all-inclusive list. Pivotal Payments uses an underwriting lane system coupled with an auto-approval underwriting process. For low-risk accounts, an auto-approval makes same-day application turnaround a possibility. A low-risk account is an established business that swipes a majority of their transactions and has an average ticket under $1,000 and monthly sales volume under $75,000. If the average ticket or monthly sales exceed the green lane qualifications, or if the business model is considered more risky, the account may go through a standard underwriting process. Take a look at some of the criteria that underwriting will require with each new merchant application. Acceptable proof of identity is required for all new merchant accounts. This includes a driver's license, Social Security or SIN card, a passport, or a government-issued identity card.